yeah, I was always interested in music, you know, from an early age, even before I knew what it was, you know. Just, I guess the earliest memories of getting switched onto music was taping things on my ghetto blaster, you know, from the radio, you know, Triple R and PBS mainly, Melbourne Community Radio, which I didn't know anything about at the time, but they were just the stations that I gravitated towards that were playing interesting music, and I'd make these compilation cassettes. And early high school age, I was taking some piano lessons, and I was just kind of struggling a bit with that. I mean, I was into music, but I was sort of finding a little bit of a chore, you know, the piano lessons. And then, yeah, I heard Jimi Hendrix, and it was probably through my older sister's, you know, the wall between our bedrooms, I heard it, and yeah, end of piano lessons, started playing guitar. And I do like telling people that my mum taught me guitar. Yeah, she played classical guitar for just a period, like over a few years. She doesn't play it now, but when I was young, she did, and she played in a little trio and played classical pieces, and she showed me how to play the chords. And she's left-handed like me, or me like her, and but despite that, we both play right-handed style guitar. And so when I started and I picked up a guitar initially, I naturally picked it up like this, as for some reason left-handers do. And yeah, Mum said, no, just hold it like this, and here you go, put your hand here and play this chord. So I think, yeah, otherwise maybe if I hadn't have had a bit of guidance really early on, maybe I would have been a left-handed guitar player. Some people know everything about the world, what makes it spin, why an eagle flies into the sun, how a story ends when it's only just begun. Now I cannot make that claim, and I wouldn't lie to you. Yours was a love I never knew. You may find me in some crowded bar, I just sit here by the window, wondering just where you are. Come back and I'll tell you what makes me so blue. Yours was a love I never knew. I've just played guitars that have kind of fallen in my lap a lot of the time, you know, that I've just come across them. And a lot of the early blues music that I liked when I was younger, they probably had old guitars, you know, so it hasn't been a main priority for me to get a super deluxe guitar, although I think this is super deluxe and I love this guitar so much. I bought it in Rome, actually, and just of all places. There was a guitar store right near the hotel I was staying at, and when I had to fly back home, they wouldn't let me on the plane with it, so I had to unbolt the neck because it just has 3 screws, as some of these cheaper style guitars just have a screw-on neck, I think. So I had to take the neck off and then came home, and then it was never quite the same, and then I kind of panicked and I was thinking, oh God, it felt so good when I played it in the shop. So then I came to see Jim and said, Jim, I don't know what's going on. This is a beautiful guitar, but it's not quite right since I brought it back. And Jim knows I sometimes bring him these, you know, clunky old guitars, and he's probably rolling his eyes, but no, he looked at it, and actually you really liked it too, didn't you? Yeah, Jim really liked the neck, and thought, no, this one's got potential. Maybe one of the best craptastic guitars I've ever bought. and so we've done some, well, Jim's done a lot of work on it, that's taken a lot of thought and a bit of time, and yeah, you're trying to retain basically the guitar in its natural state, but just get it a bit you know, tweaked up a bit, just to address a couple of issues. I guess it's just one of those things, like anything. Once you make up your mind to do something, then the rest just happens, you know. Actually making up your mind is the bit that takes a while, and it's the same with anything, isn't it? You know, with any big decision, it's actually just knowing and believing that that's what you're going to do. And even if it doesn't happen, you just still, even if you're sweeping out the floor of some factory out the, you know, in some industrial zone, you're still a guitar player, you know. Yeah, I think it's the same. If you keep playing the same thing, and you're starting to get sort of, you know, uninspired with it, then yeah, you just got to push yourself a little bit. And usually that little push and that sort of feeling of like that unsettling feeling, it's not actually comfortable and it's not nice, but that's what pushes you to go and find something else, you know. And so once you've been through it a few times, when it comes around, rather than think, oh no, I'm going to give it away, I'm just playing the same stuff, and why do I? But actually, when you know the cycle, you just see it as a sign of like, no, hang in there, you're about to actually write a song or something, you know. Harmonica is playing, it calls to you, floating across a field of sleep, telling of the prophecy, a new season in a humble